My name is Ty Marlowe, and I've always been an artist. I grew up in Austin, Texas. In school, my love for art grew quickly, and my teachers were highly influential in my development. This sparked my interest in education. I attend the Academy of Art University, and I'm graduating in 2022 with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Art Education. In my studio classes, I've become proficient at drawing, painting, sculpture, printmaking, digital media, and photography. I've since moved back to Austin, and I now work at the fine arts supply store Jerry's Artorama, which has helped me expand my knowledge in art materials and develop ties to the local art and education community in Austin, Texas. My mission as an educator is to provide students with all of the technical tools and skills that they need in order to reach their full potential as an artist. The work that I'm most proud of in my portfolio is the painting Sugar. This is acrylic on canvas and it's 16 inches by 20 inches. I created this in my first abstract painting class. Abstract painting has always been a passion of mine, but this project specifically helped me break out of my shell more. I was very focused previously on following the rules of the elements and principles, but this piece helped me not to be afraid of creating tension. That's something that I'm passing on to future students in my curriculum unit. Another favorite of mine is Portrait 3. This is oil on canvas and it's 11 inches by 14 inches. This was from my figure painting class, and after completing this portrait I branched out into abstracting it with modern influences. The next piece I want to mention is called Thanks Mom. This is a silkscreen print and it's 11 by 14. This print has 10 runs and required an extreme amount of technical skill, therefore growing my appreciation for the detail and care that goes into art making. A few of the other pieces in my breadth include Topo, which is a woodblock print, 12 by 12 inches, Zulema, a portrait of a tiger at the Austin Zoo here in Austin, Texas. This piece is called Waves. It's made of clay and is about 15 inches in height. This is an oil painting called Morning to 18 by 24 inches. This piece is Morn 2, still life in oil on canvas and it's 16 by 20 inches. This one is named King. It's a gouache portrait and it's 11 by 14 inches. And this one is Ryan. It's a charcoal drawing and it's 18 by 24 inches. My curriculum unit is on abstract expressionism. It's for accomplished level high school students and is meant to teach them how to communicate through non-representational artwork. This unit is 8 class periods long. It begins with journal entries in which students begin to analyze some of the meaning behind their emotions. They will eventually select one of these emotions to inspire their final project. The focus artworks are from artists Franz Klein and Willem de Kooning. The objectives and learning outcomes of this unit include a variety of highlights, like creating non-representational abstract paintings, being able to describe the process and meaning of their work, understanding the correlation between psychology and color, utilizing non-traditional tools to make art, and using the Feldman model of art critique. This lesson connects to every multiple intelligence, making it accessible for all types of learners. There's also an array of vocabulary and instructional resources in this unit. I've addressed accommodations and modifications for any type of hindrance to learning. Day 1 is a historical and cultural context lesson in which the instructor plays the video Abstract Expressionism, Historical and Cultural Context. Follows is an instructor-led discussion about the presentation and a 5-question quiz. Day 2 is a creative expression lesson and information on composition, shape, and color. This includes an instructor-led discussion on what words or feelings are associated with certain colors and shapes. On this day, there is a worksheet in which students show their understanding of this lesson. Day 3 is a skill building lesson, 1 out of 3, in which students use organic materials from outside as stencils to create shapes on a piece of 9 by 12 acrylic paper. Day 4 is the second skill building lesson, in which the instructor shows the technique demo. Students will use the drawing that they made from day 3 to apply their knowledge about color by filling in the shapes that they created with paint. Day 5 is a skill building lesson, 3 out of 3, in which students develop their sketches and color palette for the final project. Day 6 and 7 are the class periods dedicated to creating the final project. This includes close teacher supervision. Day 8 is the aesthetic valuing lesson, in which students participate in a class critique. This unit is meant to allow students to have a lot of freedom with their creative process and teach them about how art can be a constructive outlet. My art advocacy plan leans on student growth. I believe that I can help every student find some part of the world of art that they can connect with and therefore inspire them to use their natural gift of creativity. I intend to always express my passion for the necessity of art education in public school. I intend to keep diligent records of progress of students to back up these arguments. Technology integration is an important part of being an educator. Technology integration can add to the experience of the learning environment and make education more accessible for students. My fieldwork mentor this semester records all of his demonstrations and posts them online so that students can have access to them at any time. I plan to practice this in my profession as well. On my website, I have educational resources that I've created, in addition to a YouTube channel that has videos of tutorials and lessons. My favorite experience this semester was definitely my fieldwork. Since I plan to be a high school teacher, doing my fieldwork at the high school this semester was ideal. I was lucky enough to have a wonderful mentor who taught me a lot. A couple of these insights include grading diverse learners, how age and maturity affects student creativity, and what type of boundaries you have to have as an educator. Throughout my experience as a student, I've always taken mental notes on what makes a successful education. This always solidified the fact that it is my passion to teach and cultivate my place in an art community that supports that goal.